Combs' freakoffs were far from your ordinary wild parties. They were elaborate and disturbing events where he exerted complete control over those involved. He didn't just organize these freakoffs for his own amusement. They were meticulously planned, multi-day ordeals that revolved around sex acts involving both male commercial sex workers and women he lured in, sometimes under the pretense of a romantic relationship. Once they were in his orbit, these women found themselves coerced into participation. And when they resisted, he'd use his power to make them comply, whether through threats of destroying their careers or more direct, violent intimidation. The term freak-offs might sound casual, but what happened during these events was anything but. Women involved were subjected to extreme physical exertion, and Combs kept a disturbing level of control, filming everything and then using the recordings as leverage against them later. The people involved in these freak-offs didn't just have to endure hours of degrading acts. They were often drugged, kept compliant through a cocktail of substances provided by Combs, and forced to continue until they were physically drained. After these freak-offs, participants often needed IV fluids to recover, underscoring the grueling, abusive nature of these events. Even more chilling, Combs ensured he had everything ready in advance. The rooms for these freak-offs were stocked with baby oil, lubricants, drugs, extra linens, and even lighting, all set up by members of his inner circle. And after the events, they were responsible for cleaning up and ensuring nothing looked out of place. He ran these freak-offs like a twisted operation, and his entourage facilitated it all, from setting up the rooms to making sure victims had no way out. His coercion didn't end when the party did. It extended through blackmail, surveillance, and threats of physical violence. The fact that they found thousands of bottles of baby oil and terabytes of video footage in his properties speaks volumes. It wasn't just a one-off occurrence. These freak-offs were a regular part of his twisted world, and he took great care to document and control every aspect of them. This is one of the most dumb guy to throw away his life. Combs, in his crazy and sick mind, referred to these events as freak-offs once again. Now, being a freak isn't illegal, but forcing people into things, that's where the line is drawn. What I'm trying to say is, when you have so much money and absolutely no accountability, you think you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. And that's when things start spiraling out of control. He was definitely losing it. You get what I mean? Calling me, wanting to hang out like we used to, staying out late. I mean, he's over here complaining to a teenager like, "You don't really want to hang out with me." But let me be clear, he didn't actually do this. None of this was his doing. And really, what's the deal with all that baby oil? He didn't do that either. Those bottles of baby oil weren't just sitting there for nothing. We're going to fight this battle every single day until it's over, or until his money runs out. He's not intimidated by the charges. The government, okay, this is just ridiculous. He's not afraid of the charges. Wouldn't you be? I mean, come on, he's in Rikers Island. He should absolutely be scared. They executed 2 search warrants. They've got firearms with obliterated serial numbers. They've got videos and all that baby oil. What he really needs is for someone to give him the hard truth. You're absolutely screwed. Totally done for. You're going to spend a huge part of your life in prison. I guarantee you they've already offered immunity to the people around him so they'll testify. And apart from the freak-offs, Combs would hit, kick, throw things at, and even drag victims by their hair. And just remember, these victims will come in and testify. Combs and his victims had to receive IV fluids to recover from all the exertion and drug use during the freak-offs. I don't want to have sex with him anymore. Well, too bad. You're going to. They even found 1,000 bottles of baby oil, and they've got terabytes of video footage. Remember when I said they got all those electronics? A guy like this wants to hold on to everything, and I guarantee you it's all there. What a mess, right? Today we're reacting to the indictment of the diddler, P. Diddy, Sean Puff Daddy Combs. What did they call him in the indictment? P. Diddy Puff Daddy Sean Combs? It's hard to keep track. This is just mind-blowing. This is what happens when power corrupts. And absolute power corrupts absolutely. He's going to prison for years if not for life.